Hello, my dear Cancerians. I'm bringing you your second reading for December. It is a general reading for the collective of Cancer, Sun, and Rising. As I always say, most of my readings are not date or time specific. I just trust that whenever you come upon them, if the message speaks to you and aligns with your storyline, then it's your message. This time, though, there's a little twist. So all of the readings for the second half of December are focused on the energies coming through in the Great Conjunction, the meetup of Jupiter and Saturn on the 21st, which is also solstice, and the beginning of Capricorn season. So there's a lot going on. But the power of the Great Conjunction, it ushers in the new age of Aquarius. We're moving out of Capricorn and into Aquarius. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy that I have been following since the 1960s. That lets you know how old I am. But just so you know, on the 21st, right after sunset, you should be able to see Jupiter and Saturn in the night sky right above the horizon. Here in the States, it's supposed to be southwest visibility. But, you know, again, if it's a clear night. So we're hoping for that. But it should appear almost as a single star. That's how close both planets being at near 0 degrees, not complete 0 degrees, but near 0 degrees of Aquarius, all in alignment, and the sun is out of the way. So we get to see it better than we have. I think the closest it was 400 years ago, but it was hard to see because of the sun's position. So 800 years ago is when it was last visible in this same way with this intensity. For some, I have heard it may appear as the Star of Bethlehem. Like the lineup may make it look like one big star. So get out there and take a look, or if you can't see it or it's obscured, go to NASA, go to some of those Google it and watch it on YouTube. I'm sure somewhere someone with powerful telescopes will be displaying it. So it's a powerful, powerful energy. I'm devoting this whole reading to it. So this is focusing on you, Cancer. I'm not doing the divine masculine feminine thing. It's your reading. So regardless of what energy you are in your dynamic, the other side will be, you'll see when I lay it, it's a different spread. So I'm going to focus on you, Cancer. This one is all for you. Whew, if it doesn't speak to you on any level, you may want to check out the reading for your rising sign. The sun and rising are going to be most potent for this time anyway. So let's see, I'm doing a different oracle as well. I'm pulling 3 cards instead of my normal 2. Just for you, Cancer. And this is, we're looking at where you're going in your twin flame connection into the new age of Aquarius. So it's a little bit of a retrospective, a present experience, and then a little forecast. So that's what this is about. I'm pulling from Sacred Traveler, one of my favorite decks. This is where you are. Oh my gosh, same card came out for, I want to say Taurus. Oh, so beautiful. Okay, so this first card in the center is where you are in your connection. Rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. Now remember, rainbows come out after a rainstorm. So I feel like I love the rainbow. It makes me feel like the 10 of Cups. So we may be in an energy where some blessings are coming in. They may feel like the sun is finally shining and you're seeing the rainbow after a storm for some of you. Just a lovely energy. Where have you come from? Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. So even during our most difficult challenges in our connections, if we move with grace and gratitude, we usually can find the joy. So I love that. Where you're headed, finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. This is very powerful. Finding sanctuary sort of feels as if, I just want to say there's an energy of coming home in the twin flame dynamic, but there's also a coming home in the new age of Aquarius. I know I have been feeling it very powerfully for many, many months now. So I almost feel like we're all kind of on this same trajectory where we're finding sanctuary in our spirituality. The awakening has occurred. We're moving forward into the new age with all these blessings and joy and grace and gratitude. So what a lovely oracle reading for you, dear Cancer, just to kind of get you started here. And let's see what comes through for your connection. A little bit of a different spread. I'll walk you through it. Don't worry. I hope this finds you well, geared up for the holidays. I'll see you on the other side of the first of the year for your first reading of January, but just want to wish you the best, the happiest, the healthiest, the warmest, and the most wonderful holiday season of all. For some of us, that's going to be a little bit dicier. Yours included, yours truly included. So we're just going to make the best of it and move with it, move through it with as much ease and grace as we can. Okay, so I'm sending you so much love and warm holiday wishes and all the best as we march into the new age and the new year. Okay, so I wanted to say that. Oh my gosh, I can't even. Okay, so yes, I see this. Makes total sense. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here's on the bottom is a 3 of Cups. I'm going to pull it because I have a feeling there's some energy that we have to look at there, even though it's not part of the formal spread. It's underneath, so it's sort of outside of conscious awareness maybe, but sort of driving a lot of the energy. That's why I pull from the bottom. So this first card here is where you and your divine counterpart, how are you moving forward into the new age? You are moving forward into the new age with temperance, with this divinely guided patience. There's wisdom in the patience, dear Cancerians, and this energy, which is actually Sagittarius, so which is powerful because the planetary ruler of Sagittarius is Jupiter. So I feel like this is Jupiter talking to you, Cancer, and telling you everything's going to be okay. You're moving together with patience and waiting for everything to come into flow. The Temperance card is about self-control and restraint, right? Things will come into flow. You have to have, there's wisdom in the patience, in the waiting, in the knowing, and understanding that you're guided. It's also a card of alchemy. Yeah. So the old alchemists would take base metals like lead and turn them into gold. It's a process, people, and it didn't happen in a chemistry lab there. So it took the wisdom of knowing that every little adjustment they made, every little teeny thing, they had to wait and wait and wait and wait to see how it would impact what they were working on, what they were alchemizing, if you will. So there is alchemy here. You are transmuting the energies in your connection, and each little adjustment that you make on the inside and yourself spiritually, when you show yourself self-love, you have to wait to see how it flows out. You have to have that wisdom of the patience to know that every little adjustment you're making, even just for yourself, is going to come out on the other side somehow. So I love this card, how you're moving into the new age with that divine guidance of patience. All right, Cancer, this side of the reading is yours. This is your divine counterpart. So this is a little check-in on your soul's purpose, and I see the Hanged Man. Hanged Man, Pisces energy. You're kind of in a state of limbo. I think there's like a self-imposed delay here, maybe, and I'll clarify it. I always do, but I feel on some level it's almost as if you're waiting here for the downloads, right? This is inactive. It's an inactive energy, opposite of the High Priestess, which is active. So I almost feel, while still very spiritual, look at the enlightenment around the orb around his head, and there's no pressure here. This is very relaxed. This person isn't suffering, but it's like delaying gratification. So these two cards kind of feel really tied to each other. I almost feel like you're waiting for the download. So when can we move forward? When's the next phase in this alchemical process? So it's interesting. I will clarify it. Your divine counterpart is steeped in some energy of regret, very focused on the past, what they've lost or what didn't go right, what didn't come off. But if you notice this figure, it almost looks like they're in mourning over these 3 cups that are knocked over. What's important to note, Cancer, is the 2 of Cups right behind this figure are bolt upright. The 2 of Cups is a soulmate card, right? Unity, and it's a beautiful energy. So I almost feel like your divine counterpart is kind of looking backward right now, maybe doing a bit of a life review for this past cycle, however long this cycle has been. For many of us, it's a 20-year cycle for the Jupiter Capricorn conjunction. Whether we can see it in the sky or not, it's generally speaking 20 years. So it could be that kind of an energy, but they're sort of in some energy of regret. Next card out for you, dear Cancer. This is your karmic challenge. 6 of Swords. There's a karmic challenge about how you move through the turbulence, the chaos, the unstable and choppy waters. Moving to calmer waters is a struggle here. There's a karmic challenge around getting the peace of mind that you need and deserve. Swords is the mental process and communication. 6s are about balance and harmony. So there's some struggle here. Your divine counterpart, their karmic challenge is with regard to perseverance, pushing forward even through the difficult times. See how these two kind of go together. If someone's stuck in the past, it's hard for them to keep moving forward when things get tough. And as a result, I feel like you're both kind of karmically playing off each other. One wanting to move to calmer waters and the other just not having the energy or the strength even, you know, the confidence. I feel like I want to see the strength card right now come out and clarify this for this person that you're dealing with. So those are your karmic challenges. Where are you right now in your connection? Hierophant. Here's some spiritual awakening, Taurus energy in the Hierophant, but it's about being true to yourself, right? If you notice, this is like a Pope figure making a pledge. The Pope pledges their higher self to God. But for us folks here on earth, it's the pledge we take to our higher selves, to knowing ourselves fully and truly at our core. This is also about our beliefs around commitment. This is a card of commitment. It's very much earth-based. It's very much 3D based. So it is about your belief systems. For some of you, it's religious beliefs. For others of you, it's spiritual beliefs. For others of you, it's just about your beliefs around, you know, the commitments that upholding your commitments, right? What's your honor about? You know, how do you show your character and your integrity? How do you honor your commitments? So it's interesting that this is the energy around your connection right now, is one of commitment in 3D. But it's on a personal level, so I will say that. Now here you're going to get some divine guidance around all of this. The divine guidance includes the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is an interesting figure in tarot. Just generally, it's fire energy, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarian influences in the Queen of Wands. You'll notice she's got that little black cat at her feet, so there's a magical, mysterious quality to her. She is generally very alluring. It's like moths to a flame with this one. And as a result, she kind of knows she can cast a spell or two. She's very much a leader, natural born leader, a very enthusiastic and passionate person. So I do want to point that out because these are really positive attributes of the Queen of Wands. And it's something that, to me, when I see the Queen of Wands show up in my own personal readings, I take that as a reminder to step into my full power. Right? To remember I'm a magical, mysterious creature as well, and that I am very effective in my own life as long as I step into my passion and my purpose with exuberance. So it's a lovely, lovely card. It could just be telling you that. Gonna give a little bit of a side note. She shows up in Twin Flame spreads a lot as a karmic partner. And because we had the 3 of Cups on the bottom, and because I see a struggle here and some issues around commitment and some regrets and there's a holdup, I'm just kind of feeling like I want to leave that as a possibility. So I don't want to kind of totally throw you for a loop later on in the clarifications when I say, oh yeah, it's a karmic partner. Beware. Okay, so let's look at the Temperance card first, shall we? Very nice spread, just so you know. Really nice spread. 3 major arcana is important. So Temperance and the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles to me right now is all about those first steps, those initial steps. The messages to and from each other here in 3D are kind of going to be, it's like fresh start energy. And I love that that comes out on the Temperance card because it does suggest that the patience, it's almost like you're learning new things about each other. As you move into the new age, everything will be new. Everything is uncharted territory for us. So you kind of got to put one foot in front of the other. It's not the Ace of Pentacles right now. Got it? So I like that there's this fresh energy. It can mean that you need to be patient where you're going. Be patient with things not maybe being as evolved as you might like it. Does that make sense? For some of you, things may just kind of be starting over again on some level, right? Because you got to persevere. You got to push through those rough times and those baby steps. Sometimes it makes you feel like I'm going to lose my ever-loving mind because this is a slog. One little foot in front of the other requires a lot of perseverance, and the wisdom is in the patience. So that's kind of where you're headed into the new age. And I see that that's a karmic struggle for your divine counterpart. So that's very interesting. But you know what? Look what's underneath. Your one true love. This divine gift of everlasting love. It is a beautiful Ace of Cups that's waiting for you. This is underneath. It will all be worth it. That's what you're pushing forward for, even with just these little baby steps. So please don't feel like it's all going to be for naught. Now, hey, not everything works out the way we want it. These readings are not predictive, like with certainty, because it's for the general collective. And even when I do private readings, there are no such things as guarantees because the other people involved all have free will. So what I want to say is, even though you take the baby steps, there is love waiting for you in some form or fashion. And if this is the energy you really want, you have to keep pushing forward and have the wisdom of the patience to know where it's all heading. Okay, so I do want to say that I have seen a lot of frustration in the comments lately. I get it. I'm one of you, so I understand what that's about. Hanged Man for you, dear Cancerians. Wow. All right, Queen of Wands. So now we're going to get a little bit of a peek as to what that divine guidance is about. Waiting on the ending with the karmic partner. Got it. So, as predicted, or as I hinted, I should say, Queen of Wands in this reading likely represents a karmic partner, either for you, Cancer, or for your divine counterpart. There is an ending that's coming up for whoever is involved with the karmic partner. Doesn't matter. Queen of Wands can be a male or a female. It doesn't matter. It's not gender-based. Queen of Wands is very different from the King of Wands, so I'll just say that. But that's why you're in this limbo. You're in a state of limbo as things wrap up with a Queen of Wands. Wow. That just gave me like a spirit shiver. Yes. And then someone returns from the past. So I think I understand the weight. Now this is underneath, so it sort of suggests that on some level. It's almost informing your Hanged Man energy because it's not in your conscious awareness, but it's something that's driving your ability to kind of stay in that state of limbo. Is that hope or that intuitive hit around somebody returning? But what you're really waiting on, what comes out off the top of the deck, is what you're really waiting on is for an ending with a karmic partner, whether it's your ending or their ending with their karmic partner. Got it. And here's that 5 of Cups. Someone who's steeped in some regret. Sometimes that's sorrow, sometimes it's grief. Wow. 10 of Wands. They are completing a cycle here, which a cycle they have a lot of regret around. Obviously, mistakes were made. That's okay. We're all human. They are offloading the negative karma as we speak. This is a checkup where they're at right now. Soul's purpose. They're offloading a lot of negative karma, something they have a great deal of regret around. 9 of Pentacles. Wow. They may be becoming single. They may be becoming single. The 9 of Pentacles is a single person. There is some resistance around this underneath. Very interesting. There could also be that the negative karma they're offloading and all the regrets they have involve a single person, right? We do have that Queen of Wands. I'm not sure if she's a marital partner or a single person that's interfering. These are the details that are hard to come up with during a general reading for the collective. There are so many of you here, but I feel there's some resistance underneath. There's some resistance in the final letting go, right? Regrets. This one is so heavy on my heart. I feel the energy here. You know, it's difficult, even if the letting go is needed and necessary. There's difficulty in the letting go because, you know, especially if it's a 10 or 20 year cycle, which it very well could be, it becomes a part of the fabric of your life. And then when you let it go, I'm getting kind of choked up even. And even though you know it's for the best and it's needed for you to go on and fulfill your purpose, there's heaviness around it. There's, you know, regret and remorse, and there's all this looking back. So I feel that your divine counterpart Cancer is getting ready, is still in some resistance, but is getting ready to offload the negative karma, either around a single person or becoming single themselves. Your karmic challenge, dear Cancerians, that Six of Swords. Right. Moving to calmer waters when there's sabotage. It's hard to do. There's something interfering with your peace of mind here. There's something that isn't wanting to let you have a win. Right? There's no winning here. This is, you know, zero-sum game. So there's some either it feels very manipulative is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling manipulation. Someone who's, it does feel like it's a person. It feels as if it's working against you at every turn, right? You're trying to get to the calmer shore. This is the turbulence. This is the choppy water. It is also swords. So it's the realm of communication, of the mind, of thoughts. It can be sabotage. It can be it can be gaslighting, right? Someone who has a good way of making you think you're crazy. It can be gossip, whatever it is. It's something where whoever this energy is coming from, they always have to be right. They always have to win. They're never wrong. And if they think you're about to get on with your life, they come back in. So this is a bit of a karmic challenge for you. Wow, wow, wow. There's the Strength card. Oh, it's going to take a lot. You're going to have to gather up a lot of strength, courage, and confidence to overcome this hurdle, this challenge. So this is another card of perseverance. It is actually the two of you helping each other get over the hurdle. I don't think this Five of Swords is your divine counterpart, because that would make them not a divine counterpart. It would make them a karmic. So what I'm feeling here is that there is some interference. There may be some sabotage around your connection. And the Strength card, Leo energy, by the way, these two help each other, right? So I feel as if you may kind of find ways to, even if you're not in communication, you may find ways to sort of boost each other's energy field, to sort of help each other continue to persevere and get over this hurdle, because they're feeling it too. Wow. Whatever that Five of Swords is, it's impacting both of you. Persevering. This is a karmic challenge for your divine counterpart to persevere on your behalf. Another six. So I like the two sixes. Six of Swords, Six of Cups. This is balanced emotions, but it is a card of past life soulmate. So you've either been in each other's sphere for many, many years, your long-term loves or past loves. Maybe you've known each other since childhood. In the absence of that, this is absolutely okay as a standalone card for past life soulmate. And that is the karmic challenge for your divine counterpart, is persevering and getting beyond this. This is like the I'm going to crawl to you card, right? I'm going to crawl over shards of broken glass. It's the don't give up card. And I think that their struggle is that they may give up too easily. So let's see what comes through. Any more energy around that? New beginning. If this person can just keep pushing forward, the going is getting rough here. I feel it. I can kind of see their resistance. If they can keep pushing forward, there may be a brand new day for the two of you. That's a divine gift of stability, of groundedness, of abundance. You walk through that little gate and you're in 10 of Pentacles, right? You walk through that arch, you're in the 10 of Pentacles. So I sort of feel like something may, if this person can just overcome their frustration, low frustration tolerance, it could be a whole new life together. It would at least be a new life for them with their divine counterpart in it, which is you. That's why I'm here. So I'm reading about you. Yes, and that's the second chance. Answering the call of the connection. Judgment, another past life soulmate card. Twin flame journey card. Forgiveness, second chances, answering the call of the connection. This is really powerful, but it's all hinging. Remember, the position of this card is a karmic challenge. This is something that this person really has to work on and focus on overcoming, is their low frustration tolerance. And I can even see a glimmer of it, a thread of it up here, because they're just about to offload all of the negative karma from the past and they're resisting. So you got your marching orders here. So let's look at your connection right now, where it stands, the Hierophant, the being true to oneself. It is a card of commitment. It is a card of marriage, or, you know, the symbolism. Ooh, so I kind of feel like some big clarity is coming in, possibly some big truths around your beliefs, maybe even around commitment in your connection. The Ace of Swords, but it's bringing in a lot of fear. The Moon, there are still things that are hidden from view, that trigger our fears, our insecurities, that have us like apprehensive, and it causes us to hesitate. More Pisces energy in the Moon. I do feel there's something that needs to be cleared up here. That Knight of Swords underneath is sort of like the intention underneath, meaning outside of your conscious awareness is this knowledge that something needs to get fixed, right? We need to resolve a misunderstanding, something that isn't clear, something that may be triggering for one or the other. I feel as if big truths are coming out, either around someone's marriage. For some of you, probably very few of you, that will be the case, or around commitment, around who you are at your core, or what your beliefs are. So I'm seeing sort of an aha moment here between the two of you at the core of who you truly are and what you stand for in this bond. And I kind of feel like it's a little bit of a triggering event. One of you is definitely scared. One of you is like, what? And then underneath is like, well, let me get out ahead of that and clear it up. So there is underneath a knowing, a desire to make sure we resolve anything that's misunderstood. The Knight of Swords is about truth and honesty and honor and integrity and character. They move swiftly, so sometimes they can kind of step in it. You know, sometimes they speak quickly before thinking it all through. That's okay. It's underneath, which means it's bubbling up under the surface, which means that you will probably be more guided by the slow earth moving energy of the Hierophant, taking your time to make sure you've thought it all through before words come out of your mouth. So for whoever is the one that needs to do the cleanup here, I do feel there's misunderstanding. That's why the Moon is there. But overall, I kind of feel like you're both having an epiphany. around your commitment to each other or around your beliefs around commitment. So let me move on, because that's still a little hazy. Let me move on to the Queen of Wands. That's the divine guidance. Why is the Queen of Wands here? Wow. Queen of Wands, twin flame energy, marriage. That's a marriage card. Queen of Pentacles. Got it. Okay, the Queen of Wands is the spoiler here, because the Queen of Pentacles is the feminine archetype of life partner and wife. We have a card of marriage or commitment here. We have the, for lack of a better phrase, wife, long-term life partner card on top of the twin flame. I feel like two's company, three's a crowd. I feel like the Queen of Wands is the spoiler here. Yes, and underneath is someone moving toward love here. The Knight of Cups, just romantic, sweet, their heart on their sleeve, very emotionally available. Ooh. I almost feel, because the Knight of Cups is underneath. Did I say Wands? No, it's Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups being underneath is the divine guidance, is that that's being repressed. The moving forward toward love, it's underneath the deck. It's being repressed, interfered with. The Queen of Pentacles is representative of the life partner here in the Four of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the spoiler, because up here we have her with the Ten of Swords. That's coming to an end. That's why you're in a hanged man position. You've got to wait for that energy to clear before this person can come back. They want to come back with love and passion. Both these cards being underneath. Wow. So shall I dare clarify the Three of Cups? What say you, crowd? Wow, Three of Cups, King of Cups. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Two of Pentacles. A little bit of a juggling act there. The King of Swords, and here's your Hanged Man. So that makes perfect sense to me, because the King of Swords wants to do things the right way. And this is all about someone who operates by a code. They live by a code. Sometimes you find them in career fields like the military or law enforcement or the legal system, right? Usually people that pledge an oath to something higher than themselves. In the absence of that as a career choice, they are generally people who have very strong, high ideals. Hierophant. Stand for something, or you'll fall for anything, right? So that's what I feel coming through here, and that's why we've got you, Cancer, in the Hanged Man energy, waiting patiently, delaying your gratification, waiting for the enlightenment of when this person will take care of this. And they're in a juggling act, right? They're juggling. I feel it's a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but I feel it's a water sign, King of Cups, who's trying to kind of wrangle their way, thinking quick on their feet. It's a juggling act to kind of break out of the third party energy, right? Someone's becoming single here, or they're breaking away from someone else who's single. So I kind of feel like I'm looking at that correctly. Two of Pentacles being, it is now in 3D, and it's like if A then B. It's sort of, there's some logistics to it all. It's weighing realities on the ground. What am I really dealing with? And there's this perpetual state of juggling as you keep quick on your feet and prepare, in this case, for an exit strategy, because that's what I see going on up here from third party by this King of Cups. Whew. What I like here is we got kings. And underneath, I think the King of Swords is the same person as the King of Cups. I don't think they're different people. I think this is underneath for a reason, because the last card out is where we began for you, Cancer, which is what you're waiting on. You're waiting for them to have, gone through the logistics. The King of Swords, the great, logical king. The strategist is what I meant to say. There's a strategy to their work and to the way that they move through their lives. So I sort of feel like this is somebody who may be a little remote from you right now, Cancer, may not be very warm or fuzzy or even approachable at this time because they're in strategy mode. But I feel it's the same person as the King of Cups. But I think the King of Cups is more astrological. Could be a water sign, or it could just be the person who you're really fond of on an emotional level. So I'm just giving you a little bit of a flavor of everything. Ugh, what a reading. Okay, so this has gone way over. What I'm going to do is take it to the extended, dear Cancer. If this is speaking to you, I'm doing the same spread I normally do in my normal extendeds. I'll do a 3-card pull, something you need to focus on right now, whether you're in connection or not. The block, the challenge, or the dynamic between the two of you around that issue that you need to focus on, and what you can expect to come of that, or what you can do about it. Then I'll, of course, pull the messages to and from each other. What are you trying to say to each other? What do you want each other to know? 1 card for you, Cancer, just the Cancerians watching from your higher self, spirit of the universe. We'll see what advice or confirmation or clarity your spiritual team has to offer. And then the outcome card, what can you expect going forward? And if timing's a factor, it would come out there, but I'm looking at Temperance, and Temperance is all about patience, and that's where you're heading in the new age. That's what's most important. There's wisdom in it, and it's guided. So thank you so much for joining me for this special reading, Cancer. The link to the extended is in the first or second sentence of the description box below this video. I'll see you there in a second. Otherwise, have a really happy holiday, and I'll see you in 2021. Much love. Bye.